I made a little short video on graphing exponential. Now we'll look at logarithm just to make sure um, we understand how they want us to input our answer. So once again, when you go here to the graph, you just, this time you want to click the logarithm one, which is right here, okay? So you tap on the screen, it's just going to pop up there, and it already puts base 10 there. Now you're going to have all different types of bases, but that one's going to be understood as base 10. Some of them will be natural log, so it'll be base E. Sometimes it might just be base, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So anyways, I got my base 10 in here. Um, Vertical stretching and shrinking, you're probably not going to run into too many of those. You're going to see more of the vertical shifting and the horizontal shifting. Now, don't be confused. Right here you have log of x minus 5. That minus 5 is actually occurring after the fact. If there's parentheses around it, then that would be a horizontal transformation. But since there's not, I'm going to assume it's a vertical transformation. It's going to shift down 5 units. So I'm going to put negative 5 there, and so you can see it shifted down 5 units. Okay, then I need to go ahead and include, this time we're going to have a vertical asymptote. Last time we were having horizontal asymptotes. Logarithms have vertical asymptotes, and so once again I want to make that dashed. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. So I have my logarithm graph with my vertical asymptote. There we go. There we go. So that was correct. And then it'll ask us some questions. So the vertical asymptote, it wants an equation. So this time it's going to be x equals, for the vertical line, in this case it's x equals 0. It won't always be 0. Sometimes it will shift left or right just depending on what happens. So we'll go ahead and check that. Okay. Now this time my domain is limited. It's going to be from 0 to infinity. Check that. Okay. And then they're going to ask the range. And then on logarithms, the range is actually going to be from negative to positive infinity. And so these are just, these are inverse functions of each other. Logarithm functions are just the inverse of the exponential function. So then we'll go ahead and check that. Looks good. Okay, so I got a couple more here. So see, this time you see the difference here is it has x plus 4, but it's in parentheses. So when you graph this one, so once again, you just graph this, click anywhere, it'll pop up. This time it's a base E. Now what's going to be different this time is I'm going to be shifting horizontally, not vertically, because of those parentheses. Now the plus 4, you would think it would shift to the right 4, but it's actually to the left 4. So I'm going to put in negative 4. So it causes it to shift to the left 4. And then my vertical asymptote this time is going to be at x equals negative 4. I want to make sure you put that in as dashed. Go ahead and save that. Let's go ahead and check that. Okay, good. Got it correct. So this time, the equation for my vertical asymptote is going to be at x equals negative 4. Press enter. There we go. And I think from here you can figure out the domain and range. Anyways, hopefully that'll kind of help you on when you're inputting the answer. Don't forget your asymptote. Make sure it's dashed.